Hey guys, it's your boy, TheWormMan here, and I have such a fun update for you. Zeptolab yesterday has released an update that they're going to put out tomorrow. And so we're going to go over a few of these updates today, and we're going to check out what they're doing to some of your favorite heroes. Now, I've been told some of these are pretty drastic balance changes that have been cried out for by the community. So we're going to go into these, and we're going to see if we're going to see really what's going to be the meta like in the next few weeks, in the coming season. So first, we got everybody's favorite Angel here. We're hoping that they give a few nerfs, and looks like they've increased her fire rate and decreased her reload speed when shield is active, and protective matrix negative 100 so she's invincible when she hits an enemy for 2 seconds now. That's a pretty drastic change in the other direction. But Stim now causes a violation of Bullet Echo rulings for legal substance abuse, but only in Ghost and Angel's case. Yeah, so, I mean, she's, for those of you who are preying on her downfall, this is probably going to make her, definitely back in top tier after that shield nerf really hit her hard. Let's take a look at the next one. Arnie, primary weapon damage reduced by 50%. What? Blink ability damage increased by 13. Oh, so it's like they're trying to reward you for hitting your blink more, so your blink does more damage. So are you going to do this for Dragoon too? Removed team healing. I mean, Arnie mains never really used team healing anyways, right? Blink ability heals hero 500. That's on top of his passive of healing when he hits people. Wow. Blink ability rework. It's a me, Arneo. Landing on opponent with blink resets the cooldown and grants another. That's good. That's really good. For those of you who are playing Arnie, Arnie's going to be really good in this next coming season. He's probably going to be, maybe not Angel good, but he's going to be top up there. Actually, probably he'd counter Angel because blink deals clean 1300. That's going to one-shot Freddie and below. Just by Goomba stomping them, really. They really turned him into Arneo. Next hero, we got Bastion coming up here. It looks like your primary weapon damage is increased by 80, and your damage reduction from 55. Wow. Movement speed while shield active decreased to 0. Thank you, Zeptolab. We definitely needed that one. And his shield is now a bubble. It prevents him from taking any direct damage, but he can't move, so I think it's like when he shields, he doesn't get that space anymore. So you hit him with a grenade, you hit him with Rain of Arrows from Lynx. Man, Lynx is just going to be really good this next season. But yeah, Bastion, good changes all around. This is definitely, he's still a good niche pick for like defense, say on Sabotage. Bertha, what do we got? Spray Down Master now has decreased ammo to 5. Reload speed decreased to 0.3, so you could just spam. I guess it's harder to spam. It gives you like small breaks between spamming. Activate Suppressive Fire makes her shoot her entire clip over and over until she has no more primary ammo. So getting ammo as Bertha is going to be more of like a manhunt. You can't just like pick up 60 bullets and then just spray it down at an opponent. You have to pick them up 5 at a time, and then Suppressive Fire basically does the same thing. This Bertha Army Sleeve, armor per second, 10 to 12. That's huge. I wasn't really feeling the rest of this, but I honestly think Bertha is getting a big overhaul. I think this is really going to launch her up a few tiers, if you know what I mean. Blot. I don't play a lot of Blot, so guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this Blot change. Combat advantage I don't know what that does, but now killing on an enemy, Blot does a random Fortnite dance. That's honestly like just with the salt there. That's pretty good. That could really do psychological damage. People going up against you, they don't want that to happen. So people will probably be less comfortable challenging a Blot's space. Improved rifle on hitting an enemy. Explosive headshot damage of 1,000. Ooh, force field is now 400% longer, 300% brighter. They're really just giving Blot all the sauce. And combat advantage set change when hitting an enemy. Confetti. Oh, fuck. So basically, I think what they've done is if you're light sensitive, or like you have, problem paying attention, Blot is just going to give you sensory overload to fight against him, and that's going to be really good going up in this next meta. Not to mention he still does a lot of damage, and he's, really solid. Honestly, I could see Blot being used over Slayer now. Cyclops. If Cyclops hits an opponent, their screen turns off. That's pretty good. If Cyclops is hit by an opponent, the game Ooh, yikes. So really risk reward. But they've increased his fire range to 345. So he's probably going to be, decent now. Scan ability. Enhanced eyesight? Honestly, he needed a buff to his scan, so that's pretty good. I'm feeling this as a Cyclops main. Cyclops mains, rise up, let's go. I'm feeling this change for sure. Dock changes. Dock health increased by 100. Dock team healing in 15 more per second. We needed that. Missile replenishment decreased by 3. Yes. New passive. Dock no longer has a primary or secondary weapon. I was expecting a little bit more from this. Honestly, I see it overall as a buff, because, Doc's main weapon is not as important as his missiles, I think, in most engagements. Okay, yeah, sure, you get flanked by, like, a ghost or something, now you're kind of just, like, dead, but the same way they were talking about, like, the rules of if Angel stims, is there, like, a rule of, like, not being able to shoot a Doc if he can't shoot you back? If they change that, if they balance change him, I think Doc could be really good this next meta. Yeah, for sure. Dragoon Changes. Blink ability replaced with Getting Tired. Dragoon curls into a ball and rolls at the enemy for 300, invulnerable while rolling. So I think this is supposed to give him, like, more range on his blink, but not let him get over walls as easily. Honestly, I'm for it. I think having 2 characters with the blink ability is not great, because, having it, honestly, it's like the most, like, too many characters have the blink, right? It's the most, like, heroes have blink as compared to, like, there's only 1 shield, there's only 1 grenade, there's only 2 rockets, there's only 3 thermals. Dragoon armor damage modifier increased by 50%. His matchup against Bastion is going to be really good, because, Dragoon's pretty fast, and so when Bastion shields up, Dragoon can just, like, run away. Increased mobility speed boost to 145, decreased range of passive to 10. So it's like, okay, so they're still giving him, like, that big speed boost, but now your team has to be standing, like, right on top of you to get it. I like that. And they give him a new skin. I'm all here for it. Tire Man Dragoon, let's go. Big tire. Let's go. Big tire. Big tires. Firefly, let's go. While Sting is active, Firefly's hair becomes 50% redder. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'll take that. That's a huge change. Increased magazine capacity to 45. I mean, his reload speed's good enough already. Increasing that, it's not going to do much. Grenade radius increased by 400. Pretty good. Maximum armor decreased from 300 to 17. Who cares? Honestly, Firefly's still really good in this meta. That grenade buff and the sting buff, is really going to help, I think. Firefly is going to be really good. So far, all the heroes seem to be of, like, equal power, which I really like. I really like that Zepto puts, like, so much time and effort into balancing their heroes. Freddie. Increased primary weapon damage by 15%. Ooh, Freddy's already so powerful. Increased movement speed by 30%. Stim recharge decreased by 50. Does he not get the stim? No, that was only Angel and Ghost. Right. Right, Zepto only did that on the black characters. Huh. Primary weapon fire range increased by 40. So Freddy's great, but his new passive, pinned. Freddy forgets to throw after pulling the pin. 4 seconds after using the grenade, Freddy blows up and fucking dies. I like that. So they've increased his overall stats, but they didn't increase his health, so he can still get countered. Honestly, even with these changes, like the movement speed and the stim buff, okay, whatever. But he's still just like Freddy, and now he can't spam nades, because if he spams nades, it could spell disaster for his own team. Although I could see maybe a suicide Freddy play go in, but if you're gonna do that, why not just go in with your primary web? Honestly, I'm fine with what they did with Freddy. I think maybe they should nerf him a little bit in the future, but he's fine where he is. Ghost Changes, invisibility rework. Ooh, we needed this. Now he's different from Stalker. Ghost mode. On activating, Ghost becomes invisible for 30 seconds. This can't be cancelled. He can't shoot. He can only observe. Damage does not remove the effect, but he still takes damage. Okay, yeah. King of Thieves passive rework. Ghost now steals all ammo and upgrades instantly within a radius of 600. We needed that. Ghost mains, we definitely needed. We don't, this is instant, right? So it's just like a just like a vacuum. It just sucks up everything in a big radius. That's good. So he'll always have ammo. He'll always have armor. He'll always have his abilities. I like that. I definitely like that. His movement speed increased by 10%, probably to balance the fact that he can't use stim anymore. I think Ghost is going to be pretty good in this neck because it's a balance of he's actually going to be a scout. He can observe the enemies without taking damage or being spotted. But he can't he can't always attack, and he can't stim. I like that. Hurricane. He can now wear 2 armor packs. That's good. That's really good. Increasing his armor by 2,000. If he gets a second one, I like that. His firing range increased to 3-4. So that's like Cyclops range. They gave Cyclops range to Hurricane. I guess his shotgun's better now. Max movement volume radius increased by. So you couldn't stealth with Hurricane before. He was loud as shit, but now it's double that. And then on top of that, Lynx is just gonna hear him from across the map. Oof. Ability rework. There's a hurricane coming through. Instead of a shield, Hurricane now deploys a tornado that roams the map, breaking down walls and stunning enemies. That's so cool. He kind of needed the shield before because the shotgun was such close range. But honestly, I could see this being such a good thing. Get rid of the shield because shields are just not great for the game's the healthy game state. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And Hurricane, it seems like he's going to be really good in this next meta. I think he's really going to be shaking up this meta. Levi Changes. Piercing power increased. Ooh. So that's better than Slayer. She can just fucking pierce through cars and 40 people or just hit people across map. Nice. Fire rate decreased by 20, probably to counteract that. Fire range increased by 80. We needed that. Now she can really take on Lynx, because Lynx has really been dominant. New passive, Headache, after using Thermal. Okay, so it's 4 seconds of pure agony, though. I feel like that balances out Thermal with the increased piercing power and the aim fire range. I feel like that balances out Thermal. Honestly, she seems really good. She's really strong right now. I think if you're a Levi main, rise up, Levi mains, let's go. If you're a Levi main, this is definitely going to shake up the meta a little bit. I think this is really going to, shake up the meta. Leviathan Changes. Reduces max HP by 400, so now it's max is 1600 at Stellar? Wow, that's pretty low. Turret range increased by 60. Oh, so they're making him very turret-centric. Turret ability reload time decreased by 3. Replenishment decreased by 10. Wow, they're really just giving him more to the turrets. Battle Kit replaced with Cigar. Get rid of the Battle Kit. Yeah, Battle Kit on Leviathan didn't really work. 3-second reload time. On ability activation, Leviathan smokes a cigar and gains 500 HP while developing a nicotine addiction over the course of a round. So they just give him. So it's it's a trade-off. You get 500 HP now to survive, but then over the course of the round, the nicotine addiction kicks in and it starts damaging you a little bit. Honestly, I think that's kind of fair. And, like, with the turrets and, like, how campy he can get, it punishes him for being, like, too campy. So I think it balances. He's still really strong, honestly. I feel like Leviathan is really going to shake up the meta this time around. He's really strong, you know. Leviathan mains, we got a fucking Leviathan mains. Let's go! Lynx. Firing mode names changed to fun mode and anti-fun. Fun mode is the rapid fire, 500 per shot, 2.7 at a range of 450. Anti-fun, sniper mode, 1500 damage per shot, 0.9 per second at a range of 700. Lynx temporarily removed from the game while we figure out how to balance this hero. Honestly, yeah, it seems about right. That's like par for the course, bro. Mirage. Mirage now moves 50% faster. Mirage now has homing bullets. Mirage now deals 30% more damage. Mirage voice lines are now 50% more annoying. Yeah, those are all going to help. Breakaway changed. Mirage now teleports in front of the nearest enemy and dies instantly. Yeah, so she still has breakaway, and she still has all of her other stuff. And now she's just a little better, because I guess they reduced her damage and they realized, oh wait, now Freddie's kind of like out of control. So I guess they're trying to like rebuff her so that she can take on Freddie. That's good. I like that. Raven vision increased basically to see the whole map. Yeah, he needed that. He definitely needed that. Raven max health decreased to 145. I mean, yeah, he kind of needs that, right? Raven firing range increased to 640. He definitely needed that one. Weapon damage modifier to armor. They changed that to 0.23, so now he's got, like, pretty bad armor. Honestly, I'm not about that. I think having Raven get through, because now, like, Hurricane's got, like, 4,000 shield. I feel like Raven has to do too much work. I'd like it if they made Raven a little easier to play. Honestly, I'm not about this. Although, Scan now sees everyone on the map, but they can all see him. Raven also makes a loud, caw when he's scan, so that's pretty good. Honestly, I feel like, I don't like the armor damage modifier, but think of like some of the biggest threats, right? Like Freddie, like Firefly. He's gonna have trouble like getting through their armor sometimes, but they have very little of it now. So he kind of counters them, and they're gonna be prominent in the meta. I feel like Raven really is gonna shake up the meta a little bit, because people are gonna want to play the higher armor stuff to counter him. Satoshi. Now instant kills any hero that he deals damage to. Okay, I see. But they decreased his range to 50 units, so he's got like worse than Sparkle range. Vision range is Sparkle could probably hit him without him seeing the Sparkle. So that's wow, that's pretty tough. When Satoshi gets killed, the player gets jump scared. I like that. I honestly think, Satoshi is really strong right now, especially now that he insta-kills every hero that he deals damage to. I mean, he already did that, but, like, now I feel like they balanced that a little bit better. Slayer, damage increased 2,500 to 6,000. They buffed his targeting passive. So basically, he just one-shots anything that he touches. Before you had to, like, pick your targets. Now you don't have to pick your targets. You just dominate. Slayer can no longer pick up primary weapon. Revolver Slayer, let's go. This is definitely going to shake up the meta, guys. Smog Changes. 3% to pick up time for upgrades. Hell yeah! Smog got a buff! Let's go! Smog got a buff! Let's go! Sparkle Changes. Shotgun removed. Sparkle now only uses her melee weapon. Axe deals 2,000. So they're making her a melee character. Oh, that's cool. 2,000 damage, ignores armor, firing twice every second. Grenade now sets fire to enemies. Honestly, about time. They should put like a Molotov or something in the game. I like this. But now made 30% thicker, yeah. Granting Sparkle 200 more HP. So get used to seeing like Sparkles approaching like Smog health. That's pretty good. Honestly, I think that's pretty good. Stalker Changes. Oh, I almost forgot about Sparkle. Yeah, she's definitely going to be shaking up the meta, because, like, melee, it's never been introduced to the game before. I feel like that's a really important thing to know, that, like, she's going to, with that axe, she's going to do a lot of damage, and I think that's really going to shake up the meta. She's going to be really good this update. Invisibility now removed if you touch enemies on Stalker. Increase primary weapon damage by 15%. If Stalker activates Team Healing while invisible, he will have a heart attack and end up dead on the sidewalk. So they made it so that like you're punished a little bit if you try to team heal while invisible. I mean, I guess since they removed Lynx, there's no need for Stalker to do that anymore. So yeah, you use the two abilities separately. You don't mix drugs, because mixing drugs is bad. And last but not least, the new hero Tess. Ball Lightning now removes all upgrades from heroes who stand in it. So, like, if you have a Freddy or someone who's been, like, stacking all the upgrades, or, like, a Ghost who's been stacking all the upgrades, they get hit with a Tess, they just lose all their upgrades. That's pretty dope. Tess Ball Lightning deactivates all passives in its radius, including Tess's. It removes her own passives? How does that work? Increased firing arc to 112 degrees, so you can hit more enemies. Your aim mod is a lot better on her. Honestly, I'm down for that. I think she needed a little bit of a buff. I think she was a little underwhelming in the current meta. I think Ball Lightning needed to do a little bit more for her, and now I think it does. I think getting rid of like the upgrades and all that and the passives, I think that might make Tess like usable in the current meta. I mean, she still has a lot of problems. Freddie, Sparkle, Arnie, Dragoon, Cyclops, Hurricane. In the new Hurricane for sure. Maybe old Hurricane she did pretty well against. Bertha for sure. Levi, Slayer, Raven, Leviathan definitely. Blot, absolutely. Firefly, Satoshi. I mean, with missiles, like, Doc and Smog did pretty well against Tess. I mean, anyone that wasn't, like, Angel, or Bastion, or Hurricane. Like, those three heroes, Tess was definitely good against. Sometimes. Sometimes you get flanked and you die to them anyways, but, like, she was pretty good at, because the shield just goes down. I mean, like, a missile does the same thing if you're playing, like, Smog or Dog. Honestly, even with these changes, I don't think Tess is really going to be shaking up anything in the meta. I mean, come on. Do you really think that Tess is going to be doing a lot? Zepto, I appreciate the effort that you've put into this. I think that these changes, I just can't accept them. So, back to the drawing board with you, and come up with a different one, please. Don't release these. Yeah. Bye.